It may not be Holly, but it may be somebody who rhymes with her. You never know, right, Mystery Home? Anyways. So, a few housekeeping chores before we bring out the cute furry animals and their pet owners. So, a few things different from this stream. If you've ever been to my stream normally, like, oh my God, More, I love your stream. You read every comment. You make everybody feel so welcome. Nobody ever gets kicked. Sometimes I come in here on a troll account and I call you all kinds of names and nobody ever kicks me. It's wonderful. I feel so, well, that's not going to happen today. There's a few things that are different than normal if you come into the stream. The first thing is I may not get to read every single comment. I try my best to acknowledge the people who are here. Thank you for the favorites there, by the way. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a featured show, and I'm the host of a featured show. We have pets on the show. We have their pet owners on the show. We got a whole lot of other cool stuff that we got going on the show. So I may not be able to read every comment, acknowledge every gift, but I do appreciate you. I do love you. I do acknowledge the fact that y'all are here and y'all are supporting. So thank you. The second thing is like, More, you can't get kicked from your stream. I love that I can do whatever I want and can't get kicked. Well, it's a little bit different today. Now, for most of you guys, y'all are going to be good. Y'all are going to be well behaved. Nothing's going to happen. But if you are bad, you will get sent to the lobby. And that's a little bit different than normally because normally we have a high tolerance. But today, featured show, if you're going to troll people, you're going to go to the lobby today. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. This is the way featured content works. This is the way I was told things work. I would like to keep everyone. Okay, anyways, going back to the stream. Now, do we have anybody here? Do we have anybody here from the chat that was, I see you, Stacy. Hi. I don't acknowledge people when I'm in host mode, so I do apologize about that. Now, is there anybody who's been here since the pilot episode? Is there anybody here, Mystery Mom? Is there anybody who's been here since the very first pet show, back when it was called the Untitled Pet Show? Well, if you were here, you would remember that I always did this trick with Sobaka. Now, Sobaka, come here, girl. Let me show you guys my pet. Come here. She's very, very disobedient today. Come here, girl. Come here. But she is going to make a guest appearance real quick. Come here. This is my dog. This is Sobaka right here, okay? Now, let me tell you guys a little bit about Sobaka. Sobaka, even though she's a lovely creature, she doesn't do a whole lot. She doesn't know how a whole lot of tricks, and she's not really talented in the sense that, she can sit, she can't roll over, she can't shake. She doesn't listen worth a damn. But one thing that Sobaka does that probably your dog doesn't do is she can put herself in timeout. Now, if you remember, if you were an original here, if you were here since the very beginning, you remember that I used to put Sobaka in timeout every single show. Every single show I would put Sobaka in timeout in order to show off her trick. But you know what? I started feeling bad about the third or fourth episode. I was like, she's not doing anything wrong. I feel bad about putting her in timeout. So I actually caught her on video doing something bad, and I put her in timeout. What's up, Thriving? So here's the video of Sobaka putting herself in timeout.
When Sobaka is bad, just like everybody else, she gets timeout. So I got corner, 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 Sobaka, corner, all the way, corner, corner. Good girl.
So, what is the moral of the story? What is the moral of the story? First of all, the moral of the story is don't poop on the rug. I don't think any of y'all are going to do that today. Hopefully y'all are going to do that today. Nobody poop on the rug today. If you did, corner, but the reason I'm showing that is if you decide to be a troll today, you too are going to be sent to the corner. Only your corner is going to be the lobby. And we've got a pet profiles bouncer here ready to bounce you if that's necessary. But I don't think we're going to have to do that. I don't think we're going to have to. I think everyone's going to behave. We're going to have a great time. Guys, Sobaka is done. She's already jumped off my lap. She's like, I'm going back to my bed. Screw you. Let me see if there's anything on the kitchen floor over here. I'm done. I mean, she's literally done, guys. She has literally left the whole living room of this Sonesta suite. It used to be a embassy suites. I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point. Let's get to the pets, guys. Enough of me. Look, my hair doesn't even look that good. Nobody wants to see me today. Let's meet the pets and the pet owners. Enough about me. This is Pet Profiles. Now, before we get started and see our first guest, I want to let you know that we have 3 amazing guests today. And if you want to be a pet owner who showcases their pets on the show, all you got to do is click that name, go to the bottom where my Instagram link is, click on that, send me a message and say, hey, Maury, you dopey faced brown haired boy, I would love for my pet to be on the show. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, bet, let's put you on the schedule. All right. Now, we've got 3 amazing guests, but who wants to see some pets? Who's done listening to more talk and say, okay, Maury, you're really not that funny. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're like a 6. So let's get to some actual pets, huh? I'm with you on that one. Well, our first guest is someone who's kind of taken this app by storm, but as much as we love her, or should I say them, today we're more interested in their pets. So Molly, if you could please request that box, we are ready for our first guest on the show. Whenever you're ready, if you're here, if not, I can tell knock jokes until you're ready. Is that what the drip squad mean? Okay, I didn't even know that is what the TDS stood for, so that's good. I thought it stood for teardrop squad, so there you go. What's going on today, Molly? How y'all doing?
We are doing well. We're all doing amazing. You know what I mean? They're just a little entertained with this ball. You know, that's what we use to keep them a little still.
Okay, so who do we have here today? Introduce us.
Well,
This Dakota. This is Dakota. Dakota, go back. Go back. Sit. Stay back there. Duke.
Duke, pretty boy.
And this is Duke boy. Go back there.
Good boy.
So what kind of dogs are we? Have 2 dogs here, obviously. What kind of dogs are Duke and Dakota?
Let me turn this around. Okay, I'm sorry. So, these Jordan. Yo, thank you. So
We have a whale apparently visiting us too.
apparently we have but this Dakota and Duke, they're blue healers. They're used for like herding and like cattling and stuff like that. Thank you, Jordan, by the way. But yeah, they're really this one right over here, Duke, he's a pretty clumsy dog. As you can tell, one of his legs is not properly working at the moment. Thank you, kid. We have a friend actually that's trying to get us to massage him in a way to like for dog therapy, because there's nothing really wrong with his with anything that we got on a CAT scan or like what was it? What else did we get on him? A spinal tap,
X-ray, and a spinal tap. But the what is it? CAT scan was $3,000 for one dog.
Yeah.
Well, I have so many questions. Okay, first of all, okay, so one of his legs is not working correctly.
So honestly, we don't know what happened. We were taking a walk in the park and we were playing ball, doing our thing. And then we got done playing ball, walked back to the car, and all of a sudden we kind of looked at him because I could hear something kind of scratching against the dirt. And then I looked back and his back paw was just kind of scraping against the ground. So then, I was already calling the vet, and then I was on hold, and then not even 5 minutes later, his whole leg was unable to really hold himself up or kind of like
just
help
started
him
dragging.
move.
Like
Yeah,
it's just
What I was gonna ask, because I just didn't know if it was drag, because when I got Sabaka, she has not used her back left leg since I got her. Whenever I walk her, she just skips on it. And I took her to like 3 different vets. They did like the same stuff with the scans and everything. They didn't do a CAT scan, and they just said there's nothing wrong with her leg. That's just a characteristic of how she walks. Like that's like her pimp walk or something. So she just kind of like walks like that,
Yeah.
The only other route we can take is maybe just taking him to a dog chiropractor.
But
I
was she
mean,
But
not
wait a
doing
minute. That's what my next question was. They have a dog. You said dog massage. They have a doggy massage. I can't even afford a massage for myself. They
No,
have a doggy massage and a doggy chiropractor.
Panda
I
Girl,
mean, but
yes.
that's better than having to spend $3K on a, CAT scan that may not even tell you what's wrong. Maybe if they just look at it, do whatever consultation costs that they want.
Maybe it's because you should get a dog scan instead of a cat scan.
Good
I'm
one.
sorry. Come on, guys. Give me an LOL in the comment section. That deserves at least a lowercase LOL. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it does deserve an LOL. At least a laughing face.
All right. So of the two, Duke and Dakota, which one is the more well behaved?
I would say her. You know what I mean? Every now and like she's not very affectionate. You know what I mean? He's more of an affectionate. Like he wants to be loved on all the time. Now, if you want to cuddle with her, she's definitely gonna be pushing you off, kicking you. Like her way of affection in the mornings to wake you up and get her to go outside is to scratch the heck out of your face or your arm. You know, so you gotta try to not leave your arm put out in the mornings. You know what I mean? She will come and scratch you. Yeah. But she is a sweetheart. Now he's a very clumsy dog. So whenever we first got him, he was worth $150. The owners that ended up giving him to us, I believe the guy, he was actually abused. You know what I mean? So he was very sketchy, you know what I mean, when we first got him. I don't even think he was ever in a car before. But as soon as we got him in the car, we opened the car door, and like literally he zoomed out and he just like was gone. We had to lure him in with a couple of treats and stuff like that, and he eventually came back, ended up losing a nail and was bleeding all over the place. So he's really crazy and very, very tough. Another incident that he actually had gone through, and it's just from him being really clumsy, very excited. Like it's really hard for him to pay attention and really stay and can seem very aggressive, but he's super, super sweet. Thank you, Julie. And we were running up the stairs, and there's like 3 flights of stairs, and this was probably within a month of us getting him. It's raining outside. He tries to jump up the stairs and gets one of his legs, like, you know how the stairs, there's like, a little gap between each one of them. They don't actually have a back side to it. So he slid, got his leg, like literally, or their legs, because I don't have legs. He got his leg literally like split right in half, but the bone did not break or shift anywhere. So he literally just had it, like it was just kind of like a straight shot. So whenever we took him to the vet, you know what I mean, they told us that we didn't have to do any like actually any operation or anything like that. They just put like kind of not even a cast, actually. They just put this straightener on him. What is it called? What do they put on him?
This is a little splint.
Oh, a splint. Yeah, they put a splint on him. But as soon as he like literally slid into that, we didn't know what had happened. We just like heard him like literally just crying. And as soon as we walked up to him, he just like, his eyes were huge. It looked like he was about to fall. Okay, this is not okay. I have to take. We have to take him to the vet and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a really tough dog.
It's not one of those situations where you could just kind of hope it gets better. Those that you need.
Oh no, yeah, it was bad. We didn't think it was that bad because he was still trying to use it, but every single time he stepped, I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Has he since recovered? Is he good now?
Yeah, it was his front leg that actually was like that. So that's the saddest part about it. Like, he first breaks one leg, the front. Now they're completely great, and then out of nowhere, we're taking a walk, and then his leg starts dragging in the back.
He just can't get a break.
He can't, he's a good boy,
too. And Dakota went through, I think 2 years ago, we were playing horseshoes outside, and one of the family members was throwing the frisbee, and this dog would die for a frisbee. Like literally,
she would go into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, into a highway, like 6-lane highway, full speed. She doesn't care. She wants the frisbee more than anything. So she went ahead and caught the frisbee. I guess ran into one of those horseshoe stakes that she couldn't see, and it completely grabbed her, kind of like right right under here.
Sorry.
It kind of grabbed her like right there on the side of the stomach, and that really, really like I don't know, just tender part right here, and it grabbed her and ripped this whole part open. So we can see the muscles, we can see all the tendons, we can see all the veins pumping blood through.
Oh my
That
God. What is it? What is it like to see that on a, like, I can't imagine, because if I saw that on Sabaka, like, that would traumatize
I
me.
mean, yeah,
Super
it was
creepy. Can you put it
traumatizing
down?
just because I've
Lay down.
had this girl since before she was
Down.
like the size of my hands.
Good girl. Down. Down. Lay down.
So I mean, I
Right.
took her away from her
Lay down.
mom around
Lay
5
down.
weeks old.
Lay down. Lay down, pretty girl.
Lay down.
Lay
Wow.
down.
Lay down.
Okay.
So-
roll.
So if you're just joining us, this is Pet Profiles. My name is More Miserable, and we're here with Molly from the, okay, now remind me again what the TDS stands for.
Drip Squad.
Okay. I'm glad I learned that today, 'cause I swear to God, I thought it was teardrop. I thought y'all were like sad about something, but we're not gonna get into that. That's not why we're here today. We're here for the pets. So but yeah, guys, if y'all are just joining us today, this is a great Pet Profiles because every single one of our guests has got really cool stories about their pets, and we're learning about the story of Drip Squad Molly's pets, Duke and Dakota.
Yeah.
This
So,
is
continue.
the only thing that was left, but this whole part, all the way down here,
This whole
all the
slit
way up
to
here,
here.
was open, just flapped open. So this is the only thing that was left, this scarring. So that was way better than what we thought.
And she's the type of dog, like, no matter how hurt she is, like, she, even after, you guys are leaving me. Come here. Come
My-
on. You started the show,
Oh,
pretty
sorry.
girl. You started the show.
Over here.
No, like they she just like she's really, really crazy. It's more about the ball for her. It's all about playing, you know what I mean? She will die for a squirrel or a rabbit or a kitty cat or her friend mice. So, you know, she likes to hang around. Like, she is like very, very entertained. She brought this in here right now so you guys can see it.
What
But
is?
we all-
We have hamsters too?
We have mice.
Mice.
Yeah,
Are these?
this is
I didn't even know this. This is a Pet Profile bonus over here.
Yes. Shh, Chile. Don't speak of it in front of Ratatouille. He's gonna get upset. So, in here, can you light your put your light over here real quick? I'm sorry. Well, see, Nicole, we can't speak of it while Ratatouille's in the room. This is Pepper right here, you know, and
Please tell me the other one's name is Salt.
well, we
no.
have Pepper and we have Sandy,
Okay.
and then we have the Big Daddy Ratatouille.
Okay.
And then all these little ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No,
8,
kid, no.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13 are all food.
So do you have a snake as well?
Well,
So-
we can't really talk about that in front of Ratatouille, you know.
He gets a little sensitive about his kids. So
Yeah, he just wonders where they go, you know. He kind of misses them, so he just keeps making more and more.
yeah.
So
So,
we understand, though. I
you
mean,
know, buddies need to eat too.
yeah, but
This is like. Oh, okay.
Put it out. You're gonna get them.
Why did y'all totally surprised me with this? I was not expecting mice. I was not expecting snakes. This is like a Pet Profiles bonus over here.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. He's probably bit us
is.
like maybe. Well,
2
he's been her
times.
2 times. He hasn't bit me just yet. So
We might need to have you guys come back on another subsequent episode, because I could just spend another 15-20 minutes on you guys. Unfortunately, we have 2 more amazing guests and some other
Oh, you're
segments to get to.
fine.
But before you go, I have a couple questions for you guys. Unfortunately, we have a little we are running short on time. Okay, but I always like to ask this to snake owners. Okay, I'm not a snake fan. Okay, when I see snake, I see the devil. It's in the Bible. It's in the very first book of the Bible.
name is
Snakes
Devil.
are the devil. Okay, so
Name is Devil.
you're a snake owner. Convince me, sell me on snakes.
okay, so make sure that they're completely full. You know what I mean, all the time. So you don't have to be afraid of them.
Yeah. Well, honestly, okay, so listen, there's a lot of different pythons. There's fire pythons,
He's looking
there's
dead at them.
dragon pythons. There's a lot of different kinds. Now we got the regular python that it is rare
It's the
kind
most
of,
friendly,
but
like
it's the most friendly snake you can get. They're actually made for families. It's made for kids to be okay around them. They won't bite the kids. You know, I wouldn't leave an 8-foot python alone with a kid in a crib. Now, I mean, but if the kid is holding it, even if it's about 3 years old, I mean, it's still okay.
every
The
now and then
snake
we do
isn't-
live feedings as well.
Yeah, we'll do live feedings on our live, but I mean, they're just the friendliest snake that you can get, and they're not fast, and they're just kind of chill, you know? They're those big snakes that you see on, those photos that are downtown while people are selling photos of their snakes. This guy will get about 8 feet long. Right now,
Can we, Ratatouille, protect the kingdom.
For
As
real.
Ryan would say, protect the kingdom.
for real, they're
Wow.
If you thought
Okay.
about any of these,
Alright.
all gonna run, like literally every single one of them. But this one, like literally, we fed him, like since he was a baby, so he doesn't really run from us. He'll just like, climb on you, and he's a really, really sweet guy. Dakota gets along with him, I guess,
Same
but
with the snake.
no, she's not.
Okay. I have so many questions right now. Because I was not expecting the mice. I was not expecting the snake. This is my brain. What's up, Casper? My brain planned for 2 dogs, and we were going to talk about 2 dogs. They have a story. We might have to plan a subsequent show. How do the mice and the snakes and the dogs all get along with one another? Well, obviously the snakes and the.
What? Go ahead and show her Dakota.
No, she
Dakota,
just
come
doesn't
here.
want to. She's
Sit.
not a fan
Sit.
of him.
Sit, pretty girl. Good girl. You want to be friends? You want to?
As soon as it starts crawling, she kind of like, if it gets close to her enough, she like kind of gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I love this, and I definitely think we need to plan a part 2. I really do plan, but unfortunately, we have just a few minutes left, and I've got like about a bajillion questions that I would love to ask you guys. Okay, but I'm gonna try to focus on them right now. But would you guys be willing to maybe come back on a later date?
For sure,
Of
definitely.
course.
You guys, if you haven't already, please hit Molly with the favorite. This is Pet Profiles. This is where we showcase pet owners. And guys, this is the first time that I've ever been surprised like this. Like I said, I was planning on a couple of dogs. This is going to be, we got snakes, we got mice. My brain's reeling. How is Dakota? I know Dakota and Duke have kind of gone through the ringer with some of their health issues. How have they been in their earlier years? How have they been recently? Have they kind of been able to avoid the vet?
Yes, they definitely have. Currently, like Dakota had a small ear infection recently, but those are pretty easy. Other than that, like no, nothing major. Nothing major. Come here, baby.
Good. Do you guys have pet insurance? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah, big time.
we-
We have to.
I mean, with this man right here, yes, definitely.
we must.
Yeah, it's a funny story. Like I got Sabaka in August, and this is a true story. And if the insurance company is listening, I swear to God, it's true. I got pet insurance for my dog 3 days before she had a major explosive intestinal issue that cost like $1,400, and it happened on Christmas Eve. So let me tell you something. The worst. And it happened like at 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve. The worst time to ever take your dog to the emergency vet, is 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's literally what happened to Dakota. Whenever that happened, it was during Thanksgiving dinner.
It
Mhm.
was literally during Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Upcharge
Oh yeah.
for real.
Upcharged by, I think it was
And just for-
$988.
Yeah.
For
We
12
walked out of there with like a $1,200 bill, and she was only there for a few hours. But anyways, okay. Like I said, we definitely need to plan a part 2. I could talk to you guys probably for another 30-40 minutes, but I have to move on, unfortunately. But I have a couple questions that I love to ask pet owners or dog owners before you guys leave. If Duke and Dakota could speak English for just one moment, and you could ask Duke and Dakota one question, what would it be?
Do you really like me or do I annoy you?
You know, that is actually the number one question that people say, do you really love me? Like, how insecure are we as pet owners? You know, that's the thing I would ask. Do you really love me? Do you want to go to another home?
What would you ask?
Awesome. Okay. If in what ways are you and Dakota and Duke alike?
Honestly, my thing would be is I want to ask what my dog wants to do.
Well, your dog wants to. That's a good question.
Yeah, I want to know what they want to do. Like, do you want to go get a snack? Do you want to go to the park? Are you ready for swimming? Like, what do you want?
Wow, Ivy.
Kids said they both mean I'm dead.
That is not true. They only don't
Wow.
like Kid because he freaks out on them.
He is
Come
so mean to them. As soon as Duke runs inside, he's like, he grabs his keys and puts them between his knuckles. He's like, ah, ah, ah. And he freaks out. And then that freaks my dog out.
And our
it's
dogs
a
are just like, what's
healer.
wrong
Like,
with you? Like,
yeah, my dog's like, what is this guy doing? Is he okay to be in here? Like, I want to bite him.
They bite, really, Kid? Is that really true? Or is
Well,
that
then
just-
stop
It's
being like that,
it's
bro.
only
wishful
like a little
thinking.
nibble. It's like a nibble on the ankle. He's playing.
He's playing.
See, this actually, you guys have the first ever pet that I've ever identified with. When you said he's clumsy and he's super affectionate, I'm like, hey, that sounds a lot like me. Clumsy and super affectionate. Okay, last question. I love this question. Are your dogs pets to you, or are they your children?
There are children, for sure.
Oh my god.
Do you have like birthday parties for your dogs?
Lately, not
It's not really a birthday party per se, but it's kind of like the day that they, we adopted them or got them. You know what I mean? They definitely get like a special treat. They definitely go ahead and like we take them out. You know what I mean? So
yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
do something special on their day and kind of like, go get one of those little birthday cake cookies from the PetSmart. But we don't, go all out and make a huge party like, you see on Facebook where the dog is wearing a hat, everybody else is wearing a hat, and we don't like buy a cake for them.
Listen, I got soured when I found out that my friend posted about her dog's birthday party, and the dog had more guests at their birthday party than I had at mine. Ever since then, I've been bitter. Ever since then, I've been bitter. Anyways, guys, if y'all haven't hit Molly yet with the favorite, guys, I could have you guys in the box all night, but you guys are wonderful. I definitely want to have you guys back. Fortunately, I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but fortunately, we got 2 more amazing guests coming up. So we want to see you guys again, though. Please promise that y'all will come back.
We
Definitely,
definitely
we
will.
Awesome. Well, bye, Duke. Bye, Dakota, and bye, you other lovely Ratatouille. I'm not gonna say goodbye to the snake out of principle, but I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all.
His name is Devil.
Yo, thank you more. Thank you for having us for real.
Absolutely, you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys again soon. Wow, guys, that was the first time I've ever been kind of thrown off my game. Yes, I do. This is the first time I've ever been thrown off. I was not prepared for all that. Like snakes and I saw the little like terrarium or whatever it's called, aquarium. Is it still an aquarium if there's no water in it? I don't know. And it had the mice, and I'm like, wait, is there more? I'm like, what the hell? And then there was like snakes and I can't say the S word. There's snakes and other stuff. Listen, y'all, we definitely gonna have their back. We definitely gotta have them back. But now, guys, before we move on to our second guest, thank you. Before we move on to our second guest, who has got some pretty cool stories about her pet as well. What time is it, guys? Does anybody know what time it is? That's right, Mystery Mom. It's time for a very special segment of the show called Pets in the News. Now, one day, once I get actually back to my condo, guys, and I'm not living in a hotel, and I have my like soundboard set up, I don't have to hold up my laptop. But guys, I'm actually really excited about Pets in the News this week because there's actually some pretty cool stories. I mean, every week they're cool stories, but this week is some pretty cool stories. Guys, This is our first ever pets, and no, Biden's dog has not attacked anybody again. I know this is the first. That was the first ever time we had an actual White House press secretary on Pets in the News. No, but this is the first time we've ever had ferrets in the news, and who doesn't like ferrets? I mean, come on. So there's an endangered species of ferrets who scientists or which scientists have cloned. Y'all, who remembers Dolly the sheep from about like 10-15 years ago? Does anybody remember this? Is anybody like old enough? Am I like, please tell me I'm not the only one who remembers this. Well, they cloned some ferrets. So in a ranch in Park County, California, they have cloned some endangered ferrets, which Ben Novak, a lead scientist, says is a huge development. Now, here's my question. Once they clone the ferrets, how do they know which ones they reproduce? Like, can the ferrets like reproduce with themselves? I'm not going to go into this. Can clone ferrets reproduce? Look, I'm not going to go into this. But anyways, guys, they are now cloning animals in order to keep them from being endangered. I think that's pretty cool. Thank you. So the full story is available on Powell Tribune. They are the science Tribune magazine that had an exclusive rights to this story. Thank you for all those favorites, by the way. We are so close to that 10,000 mark. But this is the name of the article, Holding History in Your Hands. This was the first time that obviously cloning has been used off and on in genetics and animal research for over the years. But this is the first time that cloning has been used to save an endangered species. So that's pretty cool. All right, next story. Now this one's pretty cool. I feel like some people on the Meet Me Up actually do this. Did you know that the Indian jumping ant, is ant technically a pet? Maybe it's not. I don't know. We're going to say it's classified as an animal. You know, I once had ants in my condo before the exterminator came out. So it was like a low-key pet. This is before I had Sabaka. These are minor details. The Indian jumping ant, when they are in their bid to become the queen, they actually shrink their brain. I don't know why. It doesn't really go into detail why. But when the ants, the female worker class, they actually bid. What's up, Gigi? For the position of the queen ant, their brain actually gets smaller in an effort to bid for I don't know, understand the process, but the ants, they make their brain smaller. And afterwards, if they don't get the position, they can make their brains bigger again. I just thought that was interesting. Some of us need to make our brains bigger again. Okay, these are minor details though. Okay, this one is one I'm kind of curious about. And if anybody can please get on this story and find out who this dog like actually is and get them in my pocketbook, I would appreciate it. So Pets in the News here. This man in Tennessee left his dog Lulu. This is a millionaire guy, multi-millionaire, died, left his entire $8 million fortune to his dog Lulu. Now tell me why his dog Lulu has $8 million and I'm sitting here eating Taco Bell and ramen noodles. Something about this ain't right. All right, so somebody out there needs to go look up this dog. Martha Burton, who was actually the caretaker for the dog, has been charged as the executor of Lulu's fortune. And there was a stipulation. There was a stipulation in Lulu's will, or the will that this man left to Lulu. The only thing that this man's $8 million fortune could be spent on are things related to Lulu. So I need Sabaka to have a relationship with Lulu. They can get a doggy marriage, and by proxy, I can have access to some of those funds. Because right now, I'm struggling. My insurance company is trying to cheat me out of all this money for my condo. This has nothing to do with pet profiles, but you know what? It's my stream. Anyways, if somebody can figure out the contact details for Lulu in was it Nashville, Tennessee? The contact executor is Martha Burton. So if y'all could please contact Martha and let her know that Sabaka is single and ready to mingle. And I don't care, Lulu is female, love is love. And you know what? Perfect first guest to prove it. So Baca, I just listen, y'all. I'm just saying. Anyways, moving on. $8 million to a dog, and I'm out here eating Taco Bell every night. Come on. All right. This next story is pretty cool because it was pretty close to an area in Texas where I used to live. Lufkin. Does anybody know where Lufkin, Texas is? Is there? And don't lie to me. Don't lie to me if you don't, because there probably ain't nobody here who knows what Lufkin, Texas is. Well, it's in East Texas. Thank y'all for being on. Okay, says she does. All right. So anyways, Lufkin, Texas, in East Texas, where I used to live. And there was a dog that was trapped under a giant truck. And firefighters actually responded and saved the German Shepherd. Y'all, I thought that was something that was only seen in cartoons. You know, where the firefighters rescue the cat from the TV, from this tall tree. You know, y'all, how they see that they bring the cat down from the tree and they rescue. No, actually, the fire department was called in Lufkin, Texas. Apparently, they ain't got nothing to do else to do. There was no fires this day, and they saved the German Shepherd. If you want to see it, the video is online. The firefighters lifted the truck. They saved the dog. The dog is fine, only sustained minor injuries. So there you go. Our last story, guys, before we move on to our second guest, our last story, guys. Does anybody know what Sunday was? Does anybody know what Sunday was? Anybody? Yes, it was April the 11th. But no, that was 2 weeks ago. Earth Day. No. Thank you, Jen. It was National Pet Day. Really, Gigi? You didn't know that? Of all the people, you treat your dog better than you treat me, and I'm your best friend. But we ain't gonna get into that today on Pet Profile. We just getting into all of Moore's personal issues today. Moore's bitter about his money situation. Gigi teaches her dog better than she does her best friend. Don't go back to the comment section, Gigi. We ain't gonna get into that today. Anyways. Sunday was National Pet Day, guys. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I host Pet Profiles, and I didn't even know it. Somebody texted me saying, Moore, did you know that today is National Pet Day? And I said, how many pet days do they have? They have a National Puppy Day. They have a National Dog Day. They have a National Cat Day. How many national days do they have? I can't. All right. But anyways, back in 2006, Colleen Page, an animal welfare advocate and pet and family lifestyle expert, founded National Pet Day to celebrate the joys that pets can bring to us. Because why not? We have a cookie day, an ice cream day, a pogo stick day. Did y'all know there was a National Pogo Stick Day? How many of y'all actually used a pogo stick? None of you. Anyways, there's a national day for it. But anyways, guys, for everyone who owns pets out there, don't even lie to me, Shayla. Just because you the national battle champion for the People's Choice Award don't mean you get to lie on Pet Profiles. Anyways, this has been Pets in the News. If you have a pet, happy belated National Pet Day. Cue the music. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is Pet Profiles. My name is Moore Miserable, and we are moving on to our second guest. We just finished up Pets in the News. How cool was that, guys? I really enjoyed Pets in the News today. I don't know about y'all. And if anybody hasn't tried to contact Martha Burton yet, thank you. Please make sure you give her a look up on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Kik. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the in my face, but I got to get to our next guest. Our next guest, a dear friend of the show. She's awesome, and she's got a pretty cool story about her pet, which I'm really looking forward to getting into. A lot of cool stories there in the press. So Khaleesi, if you are here, anytime you're ready, request that box. If you're not ready, to let me know. I've got some knock jokes I've prepared for this occasion. So some of them are inappropriate. So the quicker you request the box, the better. And why are people trying to battle me on, you know what today is? Today's Pet Profile. They probably, okay, here we go. Khaleesi's here. Y'all, please give it up for Khaleesi. How's it going?
What's going on? Nothing. We got somebody rather focused right now to keep him.
I'm so happy that you were able to get her focused. So who do we have with us today?
Make him do something.
Come on, Chem Dog.
So this is Chem Dog. This
Okay.
was my sister-in-law's dog, his sister's dog. He's actually known him since
Come
the
on.
day he's come home.
Come on.
I have only recently known him for the past 5 years, but he's 9. Come here, you.
Come here.
You've got
Sit
him
around.
distracted
Look.
with chicken. This is your fault, okay?
Now,
Yeah, he's a
is he
chow hound.
how is he so wound up at like such a late hour?
Well, he's also a terrier.
Yeah.
These dogs are known for their energy.
Let's start there. He's a Yorkshire Terrier. Can you please come here?
Look,
Come here.
Look what I got.
Come here. He has super high anxiety. He has some PTSD and some severe anxiety. So come here.
So talk to us about that. Talk to us about that.
Well, part of that comes with the breed.
Can you please come
We've owned terriers in my family for a long time, mostly Jack Russells. And my sister found him at a Just Puppies. It's kind of a puppy mill place. And he was 3 months old.
pick him up, for
Come
God's
on,
sake? He really just is so focused. Look, and now it's right in front of
Look,
you.
right there.
Look.
He's so,
Look.
this is
Say
Ken Dog,
hi.
He's so cute.
aka NASCAR dog, because he only turns left.
No, he can't turn right.
That's what I'm saying. He only turns
Oh,
left.
yeah, sorry. He really cannot turn. We've tried this with him for a long time, by the way. We've had him for a little over 2.5 years, and we'll give him a treat to try to get him to turn right, and he won't do it.
You won't do it.
He absolutely refuses to do it. Swear to God. You can ask most people in my live stream, too. When I walk away from the camera, they call him NASCAR dog because he just starts pacing.
Right.
And you saw it when you were there. one
Yeah.
day.
So I have questions about that, but where does the PTSD come from? Like what happened? Was he abused when he was younger, or what was it?
So, the anxiety, I think, stemmed from being locked up in a small cage at such a young age. Because most small dogs, when you get a puppy, they get cuddled, they get held,
He's a
different stuff
puppy
like
mill.
that.
He's a puppy mill dog. That's where they got him from.
Right. So he was.
His
So
sister.
for those of us who don't know, what is a puppy mill?
It's kind of a place that just overbreeds dogs and just pushes them out, kind of like a farm just for breeding dogs. And some of the conditions aren't the best for most animals. A lot of them actually have health issues because of it. He's healthy, thank God. We've not had any problems with him.
That
other
is
than
true.
him
He
being
is
a pain in
rather
the
healthy.
butt. But
Yes.
the anxiety also comes from the breed. I mean, Jack Russells and any terriers are known for being this high strung. The one way we did have him under control was he was running a 100-acre farm for most of his life.
Yeah, so that has been a big change for him. He's been with us for 2.5 years. So he went from being on a farm to being in Baltimore City. And we've done the best that we could to make sure that he has a yard and he has similar freedoms to what he had before. We do our best to, provide that for him. But he was also used to being with bigger dogs
Right.
than him.
Right.
So he was always used to being trampled on, like the German Shepherd and your mom's Weimaraner. right?
Yeah, we had a Weimaraner, a German Shepherd, and another Jack Russell. So he was always getting bullied on by the other dogs just because he was smaller. But he's a total chow hound. I'm sorry.
We withheld his treats for most of the day, so you can tell right now that he's just like, I don't care about you guys at all. I am trying to get him on camera. I'm so sorry.
No, you're doing great. So tell us about the whole he doesn't turn right thing. What is that all about?
Did that start before she moved out?
So my sister got married and moved out and took him with her, of course, because he was her dog. And in the process, her husband was abusing him pretty bad, to the point where he collapsed his trachea, and the dog has a permanent cough because of it now.
Yeah. Come here. Come here.
And so
He
as
doesn't
soon-
like thunderstorms at
Yeah,
all
well,
whatsoever.
he hates
He
thunderstorms.
freaks out during thunderstorms poorly, like badly freaks out. Come here, sweetheart. But yeah, he kind of yanked him up by his throat, so he has a permanent cough about him.
Come here.
So anyways, fast forward from all of that, he's living with them in an apartment. They kept locking him in a bathroom and they would leave. One thing he does that we still have not been able to break him of to this day, if he is not creative when we leave, he'll shit all over your floor. And it's like you're shutting the door and he
He's
squats.
squatting.
You haven't even locked the door yet and he's already pooping everywhere. So like the anxiety has gotten severe since she got married. Anyways, fast forward, they end up having a baby. They end up having a winter baby. She says, hey, can you take the dog for a little bit so that I don't have to go up and down, take him outside, so on and so forth. I said, sure, fine, whatever. 12-pound dog. Gotcha. So 3 months turns into 8 months. About that, right?
Yeah.
3
8
months
months.
turns into 8 months. And I said, hey, we're coming up to the farm today. We're going to bring him back to you guys. We've got everything loaded in the car. It's been sufficient time that we've had him. Well, on the way up there, literally driving, they say, well, by the way, we're going to be rehoming him either through the kennel or through the vet. We don't want him anymore. So let's also backtrack a second, too. He remembers this dog when he came home.
Okay, so this dog. Now, when I
he
say
carries a little resentment for the dog, okay?
me and him have had a love-hate relationship our whole lives.
Yeah, he's 9. Relax.
Look, you're good,
Relax.
bro. Look, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Yep, we're good. All right. So, me and him have had this love-hate relationship. This was my sister's Christmas gift one year, and me and my family were going through some rough stuff with each other. She got him, and I got a pair of socks.
Right.
So I was really like, I hated on this dog for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh, that fucking dog. I'm sorry about the language.
Right. So he carried a little resentment for him. So anyways, we're on our way up to the farm. We're discussing that they're about to give him away. We've also broken a few of the habits. He's calmed down, the pacing calmed down, the barking calmed down, because he barks at everything. So we get there, we're eating dinner. Every single time we stepped outside, he went through the door. Like he had the door shut on him, but he flew through it to follow us outside to smoke a cigarette. Anytime we opened the car door, he jumped in the car and was basically like, you're not leaving me here. Not to mention, let's not remember, what was it, 5 miles to the house?
Bro.
He starts freaking out as we're 5 miles
He
away from his
like
family's
a weed whacker
house.
that was misfiring.
He starts making the car do this. This little tiny thing is making the car. We have a Jeep with 2 children, and he's making the car do this. And we're like, okay. And he was freaking out the whole time on the way there.
He realized where we were going.
Yeah, he recognized the smell.
Yeah, so Baca had some separation anxiety, but that's like a new level of separation.
No,
That's
this was, don't you dare bring me back to this property.
Right.
It was a whole different thing. I actually expected him to miss her. So while we're there, she's trying to call to him. She's trying to get him to listen.
Command, like,
and
sit,
he's just
listen, like lay down.
He's just basically giving her the middle finger the entire time. And then after like the 6th time of him jumping in the car and me not being able to get him out in the course of 4 hours?
Oh Lord.
We were
Every time we'd walk towards the car, he's like, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
I'm going with you. All right.
So
Yeah.
today,
You're part of the clan now.
has he gotten any better? Like if you are going somewhere today, is he still like that? Has he gotten a little bit better?
Here's my favorite part about him getting better. We have a 4-year-old with sensory processing disorder. Our 4-year-old loves to spin circles. And I'm talking like spin circles at like an astronaut's level spin circles. He's tired out other kids.
He can spin
can
circles
keep
for 20
going.
minutes straight and not get dizzy or fall.
And he looks at you and he stops really fast and goes, ha ha, and then starts going the opposite direction. So with that being said, what do you think he does? He gets his energy out because he circles around our 4-year-old. And it calms them actually both down, believe it or not.
It works. It's like
Yes.
the centrifugal force between them.
Yes. So he's calmed down with the kids being around. Now we have another baby. We have a 1-year-old who's crawling and borderline walking at this point, and he's been absolutely sweet to him.
He was so anxious when we got him, he would set off my anxiety.
Yeah, because he also.
I would be sitting on the couch next to him, and he'd be freaking out so bad,
And
I'd start freaking out.
He started biting his nails, and I look at both of them. Kim is doing this. He's just sitting there biting his nails, and I'm like, this has got to stop.
So just like our first guest, I could have you in the box probably for another 20, 30 minutes, but we are wrapping up. One question I'm trying to like filter, debate in my head which question to ask, because I've got so many questions I could possibly ask you. I think
you asked her, what would you do if you could have him speak to you for one moment? I want to know why you shit on my floor and how you really feel. That's what I really want to know about you. That was my answer to that immediately.
She probably would have no different answer than she has right now. She'd probably just give you a look. Okay, so the question I settled on is this. So I have a lot of questions that I'm debating through. So and I know you on a personal level outside, the app. You've dealt with a lot in your life. with regards to yourself, with regards to your family, with regards to your kids, and now I'm learning regard to your pet. What would you say to pet owners that are that are juggling multiple issues, kind of like you are, and how to manage raising a pet in a healthy manner while having to deal with a lot of other things that can cause anxiety?
My personal opinion, sometimes it's okay to let the dog be a dog.
He wants to roll in the mud, let him roll in the mud. You just gotta hose him down.
Pretty much.
You know, you got to give him a bath. If they want to act stupid and go come back covered in grass or whatever,
just let him be a dog sometimes, just like you let kids be kids. It's okay for kids to
And-
be dirty. They don't have to be clean all the time.
and boy dogs will be boy dogs, and girl dogs will be girl dogs.
Pretty much.
He loves rolling in anything that stinks. He likes he took off one night for what 2 hours, and we didn't know what happened to him.
He literally took off across the street. And again, we're in Baltimore City. There's
He
a
was-
park across the way, though.
He was down in the creek,
Rolling in mud.
playing in the mud, playing in the water. Came back sopping wet. It was like the midsummer, so he was okay. He wasn't cold. Came back sopping wet, covered in mud, happy as pie.
And went straight to sleep.
Went right to bed that night.
And the reason why I say this is because I feel like a lot of people try to overmanage their pets and always telling them where to do, where to sit, where to stand, lay down this, sit, get off the couch, don't do this, don't do that,
And
just let them be a dog sometimes.
also remember your breeds. Like
Yes.
terriers are big chewers. Like
That's
he has
great
all the
advice.
super calm
That's-
toys. And these are also hunting dogs.
I know I'm guilty of that. So I think you're a great example of. I think you're a great mom, and I think you're a great pet owner as well. Because I think that's a great lesson, because I think I let a lot of my stresses and my anxieties kind of dictate how I raise my dog. And if I'm having a stressful day, I can sometimes try to micromanage her behavior or pick on her a little bit. So
Try adding a 4-year-old who's autistic and in sensory processing. You have to change your mindset already and come down to their level and just let them be and join them. And sometimes that's what you got to do with dogs too.
Absolutely.
Just
I
let them
love
be
it.
dogs. They're not going to be here as long as we are, so why not have the best of it?
Well, you're an inspiration for me. I wish I could have you in the box for a lot longer. Unfortunately, we got to let you go. If you haven't fit Khaleesi with the favorite, please do so. She is one of the most realest, most genuine people you'll ever meet. Disclosure, like she ain't gonna sugarcoat stuff for you. So if you go into her live expecting puppies and rainbows and butterflies, you may get it, but you may not get it, because she gonna keep it real with you. And I really appreciate that about her. But she's a great person. She's a great mom.
We do
It's
have a lot of
unfiltered
fun. It's unfiltered fun, but do know that I fought him to stay here, and I am so proud of where you are. So
Thank
Love
you.
you.
I appreciate it. Y'all please hit Khaleesi the favorite. Thank you, Khaleesi, for being part of the show. We
Thanks
have
for all the
Thanks for
gifts.
having us.
Bye.
y'all. All right, now guys, before we get to our final guest, our headliner guest, our top badge caliber guest, even though, I mean, arguably all our guests were top badge caliber. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, come on now. We have another segment and a cool update for you guys. Pet of the week. Now, guys, this is the second time this has ever happened. So we had 2 amazing pets to vote on this week. We had Zoe and we had Kit. Now, guys, Zoe, if you saw my Instagram story, Zoe actually won as pet of the week. But guys, between this afternoon at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. when I took the story down, Zoe got adopted. Zoe got adopted. That has only happened one other time with the freaking hamster, and the first non-hamster or the first dog or cat from pet of the week that's ever been adopted. That being said, there's still a runner-up, right? So let's all meet Kit. This is Kit. So this is Kit, everybody. Kit is available for adoption in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, Kit, let me tell you, Kit is a very young female or medium domestic short hair. All her vaccinations are up to date. She she likes to dig. I don't know. I thought this was a dog at first, but she likes to dig. So if you let her outside, apparently the cat, I didn't even know cats could dig. Do cats have claws? I guess they do. Can they dig? I've never heard of a cat digging, but apparently they love to dig. She has all her vaccinations. She has a microchip. She's been spayed. She's very, very sweet. She does better with in a household where there's no other pets. So apparently she was in a home with other pets, and it says she didn't fight with the pets, but she would have anxiety without having being the center of attention. I can relate to that. I have anxiety when I'm not the center of attention. Anyways, moving on. We have one final guest, our headliner, an amazing streamer, top badge quality. She's got a battle this weekend, and she's a former Sparkles co-star on Streamer Star with me. Audrey, I haven't seen you, chat. I hope you're here. If not, I do have some knock-knock jokes that I always keep on reserve just in case she's not here. Just in case my guest doesn't show up. I have pet trivia. I have a reserve. Oh, there we go. She's here. She's here. She's here. What am I talking about? Knock-knock jokes. How are you, Audrey?
I'm great. How are you? Biggie,
I'm good. This is my first time to ever see the baby, so I'm excited. So who do we have with us today?
Okay. So this is Pablo the Destroyer.
Pablo. Oh, I love that. Why is he the destroyer, though?
That's who he is. He literally has cost me thousands of dollars in house repairs.
Shout out, by the way. If it's not a burst pipe, it's Pablo the Destroyer, right?
And then these are the two sweet angel babies. So this is Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Small, so cute.
This one's Lulu.
And that one was, you say Lulu?
Yeah, Lulu.
So we have Lulu, Biggie Smalls, and Pablo the Destroyer.
Yeah.
So when Pablo is out destroying the home, what is Lulu and Biggie Smalls doing?
They sleep. They're so chill.
They're
like
chill.
the chillest dogs.
So Pablo is just
is
basically going to town on the sofa or the rug or the kitchen table, and Biggie and Lulu just looking like, all right, bro, do your thing.
Yeah, literally. They're just like, well, I'm not in it.
So who did you get first? Did you get them all at the same time? Did you start with one? Did they in your family grew?
No, he is the oldest. He just is the coolest cat in the room. He's the oldest. I've had him 5 years now. I got him off Craigslist. I was looking to replace my old Yorkie, but look at him.
He's so cute.
Yeah. So.
He's so chill too.
Yeah, Pablo is the biggest. He is the biggest.
So you had Lulu. Was Pablo the next one that you got?
No. So yeah, Pablo's last. So we got Biggie and then Lulu and then Pablo.
Okay, so Biggie, Lulu, and then Pablo. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had Biggie and Lulu. So how long did you have Biggie and Lulu before you decided to add Pablo to the mix?
So they're all technically rescues. Like I said, I got Biggie off of Craigslist. For $200 from some lady. And he had a twin and she was short haired and I was going to get her too, but she had already sold her. So then Lulu was an accident. This was a couple years ago. My ice machine had broken. Probably was trying to destroy stuff. My ice machine had broken. So I went to the grocery store to get some ice and an ice tray. And there's like this crackhead lady with a sign that says free puppies. And so I'm like, I just got to go look. Let me go look. Let me just go look. And
so you literally hold on, stop. You went to the grocery store to replace stuff that your other dog had destroyed, and in the process of getting something to replace something that your dog had, you just got another dog.
No, I went to go get an ice and an ice tray because my ice machine had broken. So I was just gonna go get ice.
Okay, so it wasn't Pablo. I thought you said Pablo destroyed
No,
the
I didn't
ice
have
machine.
Pablo yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So then I ended up coming home with Lulu. I was like, well, let me just take her home. And then Pablo is a rescue motherfucker. He showed up at my door last January. Nobody claimed him. I posted him on Facebook, on Lost and Found Dogs, and now that he has costed me thousands of dollars, I know why no one's claimed him.
They're like, someone who's like, listen, he's your problem now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
That's funny.
The post is still up. No one has claimed that dog.
Do they get along with each other?
No. So Pablo has actually attacked Biggie a few times. And yeah, I'm just a little too patient. I'm like, oh no, because someone would probably put Pablo to sleep because of how much trouble he is.
All right. So does Biggie fight back?
No, Biggie, look at Biggie. Like, what's he gonna do?
Come here, girl. Well, here's the thing about Sabaka. She's a little, she looks very much like about the same breed as Biggie, but like if someone tries to mess with her, and she's the sweetest dog ever, oh, she ain't gonna have it. She'll go up to the biggest dog in the yard and she'll start a fight. She don't care.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like Biggie's a little prince. He's a little prince. So he's gonna get eaten up.
Gotcha. And what about Lulu? How does Lulu factor into the equation?
She doesn't care. She's like, Mom, love me? Mom, did you forget I exist? Mom. Hi, Mom.
Do you
Mom.
think Pablo attacks Biggie because they're both males?
Maybe, but no, because I don't think so. I think Pablo just follows other people. It's just territory.
Well, because he doesn't bother Lulu, right?
No. I mean, he does, but Lulu holds her own, so
Lulu ain't gonna put up with it.
Lulu will not put up with it. Lulu was like, try me. I'm from the streets, remember?
So do you ever see yourself adding a fourth dog to the equation?
Not right now, unless it's a boyfriend.
But you see, you didn't think so when you went and got Lulu, right? And then that lady at the grocery store just kind of won you over.
Well, kind of Lulu won me over.
All right, so what happens if you go to Target tomorrow and you see this adorable the cutest dog ever? How are you going to say no?
I'm walking away. I'm not even going to look at it.
You're not even going to look at it. So it's off the table for right now.
Yeah, it's just no. It's a no-go. With this guy, it's a no-go.
If y'all are just joining us, this is Pet Profiles, and we're here with Audrey Always, who's an amazing streamer here in the app. If y'all haven't favorited her, please go ahead and do so. Audrey, what advice would you give to people with multiple dogs in terms of managing them?
I don't know.
Because I've always been a single dog owner, and that's my biggest kind of hang up about like getting another dog. I've never had more than one dog. So for someone who has multiple, what would you say is something we need to keep in mind?
Get a bigger bed.
Wait, do all three dogs sleep in the bed with you?
They do sleep with me, yeah. Probably I have to push to the floor, but he's up there trying to pretend he's little.
I know. I see. More power to you. Your breath is absolutely awful, Sabaka. I need to get your teeth brushed. I can't do dogs in the bed. I'm one of those people. I have to have like clean sheets. I shower right before I get in bed. So if I have dog hair in the bed, So I mean, how if you got 3 dogs in the bed, does that ever kind of impede your personal life?
No, I mean there is no personal life right now, but no.
Fair enough, right? Hey, I totally relate to that one. Absolutely. Listen, the struggle is real. That's really funny. Do they do any tricks? Do any of your dogs do any tricks?
No.
That's all right. Neither does Sabaka.
They barely listen.
That's all right. Sabaka, the only thing Sabaka does is go to timeout. Like I taught her to put herself in timeout, and that's mainly because she doesn't listen. So there you go. In what ways are you and your pets alike? Like, do you have any similarities with your pets?
We like to nap and eat.
like the naps. Shout out. If you could change one thing about each one of your pets, what would it be?
If I could what?
If you could change one thing about each of your pets, what would it be?
Pablo's disobedience. That's it. The others are perfect.
The other dogs are fine. Pablo, you need to start behaving. Have you ever I don't know what that means. What does ASMR mean? I keep seeing that. I don't know what ASMR means.
I don't like my SMR.
What is ASMR? Please tell me it doesn't have nothing to do with ass, because I ain't trying to I get banned on my bot in the middle of my show.
Or receptors.
That's a lot of big words. Okay, I only have a bachelor's degree and barely that, so we ain't gonna get into all of that.
Sounds like the whispering sounds of things that make your anxiety calm down. ASMR.
Okay, I ain't never heard of that, but cool. Are your do you ever incorporate your pets into your live stream at all?
Yeah. So Pablo flooded my house while I was on vacation a week and a half ago.
How did he flood your house?
Yep. He broke the toilet. Yep.
He knows that you're talking about him, like for real, for real.
Pablo, stop.
How did the dog flood the toilet?
He broke it somehow. He broke the toilet and flooded the house while I was gone.
He so knows that we're talking about him. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. Why was he even like messing with the toilet?
I don't know. I don't know. Stop, Pablo.
Well, Audrey, I think I speak for was he thirsty? Was he trying to drink out of the toilet?
I don't know what he was trying to do because it was the tank of the toilet.
Maybe separation anxiety. Before we go, guys, do y'all have any questions for Audrey? She's an amazing streamer, guys. If y'all haven't, yeah, I agree, Dawson. She has beautiful dogs. If y'all haven't hit her with the favorite, please go ahead and do that now. Is there anything else you would like to share with us about your dogs there, Audrey?
Nope. They're my babies. That's it.
Well, guys, do you take them? Oh, that's a good question. Do you take them for a walk all at the same time or one at a time?
Oh, no. I can even take them all out to go potty at the same time. They all run. Well, Biggie and Lulu will run for sure. Or Pablo and Lulu will run for sure. Biggie will run after cats. So, no.
Right.
Not.
Well, they're adorable, Audrey. You've got some really, really cute dogs. So you're welcome back on the show anytime. Y'all, please hit Audrey the favorite. Audrey, anything you'd like to plug before we go?
Woo! I have a battle this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. Hello?
Yes, go y'all go shoot for her, please. Yes, I agree, Audrey for top match. How old are they? That's a good question.
Biggie's 5, Lulu's what, 2 or 3, and Pablo, I'm assuming he's still a puppy, so he's probably 2.
That's a big ass puppy. Which dog is the leader? That's a good question, Judy.
I think honestly Lulu, just because she listens better, so I'm like, do what Lulu does. She's my little.
Well, she's adorable. Thank you again, Audrey, for being here. Like I said, you're always welcome back. Y'all, please hit this lovely lady with the favorite. She's awesome. Go see her dogs. Go show her some love this Saturday at her battle. Guys, this is Pet Profiles. I know, Mystery Mom, I forgot. Technically, guys, Pets in the News this week was sponsored by The Reveal by Zen. All right. I even wrote it down on my laptop. It even says right there, Reveal by Zen, 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday. Son of a gun. I wrote it down. But guys, Pet Profiles this week, at least Pets in the News, was brought to you by The Reveal. If you haven't seen The Reveal, it's an amazing show where talented performers, singers, magicians, dancers, ventriloquists, I don't know. I was guest appearance once. I sang Chris Casper's absolute favorite song, oh, of all time. Isn't that beautiful? That is such a beautiful gift. Thank you, James Bond girl, y'all. Thank you so much. That was so cool. Yeah, I sang Chris Casper's favorite song. The trick, the catch is, guys, is that all the performers, I love you too, all the performers on the reveal wear a disguise and they come in on a lurker account. Rest in peace, Plato. He's got some good philosophical concepts. If you haven't read Plato, guys, Plato and Socrates, awesome, awesome philosophers. My favorite is actually Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes was an amazing, amazing political philosopher. If y'all haven't heard of Thomas Hobbes, anyways, that has nothing to do with anything. Thank you, Dustin. Anyways, back to the reveal. Yeah, so the reveal is a show. That's why we're sponsored. Every week I pick a new show here on the app that is featured to sponsor Pet Profiles and the Pets in the News. So this week is the reveal by Zen. Performers come in on a lurker account. They wear a disguise, and at the end of the show, we get to learn who the performers were. They take off their disguise, and we get to see. So I was on the show once. I sang Chris Casper's absolute favorite song of all time, Creep. Guys, if you don't know, that's Chris Casper's favorite song of all time. So cover it, upload it to YouTube, and then send him the link. He will love it. Thank you. Right, Kim? Anyways, until next time, guys, before I know you're right. I want to shout out, guys, we will be back next week, same pet time, same pet station, and a week from Sunday, guys. Remember, we have the Forgiveness Project where we share stories of healing and people overcoming hurt and trauma. So not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday, we will host the next Forgiveness Project. We've got a lip sync contest on Friday, and there is going to be a prize for the winner. So the content will be judged on both lip sync quality and overall production value. So come out on Friday and show you off your lip syncing skills. Come next Wednesday for Pet Profiles, same pet time, same pet station. And then a week from Sunday, we will have another episode of the Forgiveness Project. But guys, it's 11:15, which means it's time for more to go. So until next time, guys, remember, it's free to be kind and it costs nothing to be nice. So treat other people with love, and we'll see you soon. Bye.